this is Aditi and you're watching me on News 18 Showsha. Today I have one of my absolute favorites joining me today, whose work I've time and again looked up to. Vikrant, a huge welcome to News 18 and we are so happy to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Aditi. It's such a pleasure and thank you for the kind words.
You deserve it.
Thank you. Really kind of you to say that. Thanks.
So, Crimes Aaj Kal looks very intriguing. How has the entire experience been for you to host?
It's been fabulous so far. And we're just done with the first season. I am back hosting a show after a very long time. I think after nearly 2.5 years. And hosting a show like Crimes Aaj Kal, has been a tremendous opportunity for me to go out there and tell stories which I feel very strongly about, share stories which need to be, especially, for the times that we are living in.
Yeah.
And it is a very informative and interactive, format. We know what we are talking about. We were talking about the perils of social media.
Exactly.
We are talking about, young adults, juveniles. We are talking about how social media, or probably one particular action, one particular thing can completely derail your life, and including your families and everyone around you. So it's really interesting. As I said, it's a very interactive format. And most of the stories that you will see are based out of true stories.
Yeah.
Some of them are really heart-wrenching. And some of them, they just seem so unbelievable. But unfortunately, these things are actually happening around us.
They are true, exactly.
They are true. As I said, they're inspired by true stories. And how we can probably address them. How we can probably, be aware of certain things that are taking place around us. So this particular show speaks about a lot of things, and I hope that through these stories and through my interaction with the audiences, we are able to rectify certain things. We are able to address certain things, and also educate and inform the youngsters, most importantly, and also their families, their guardians, as to how certain things can probably lead to one thing and another. It's almost like a domino effect.
True.
So these are stories which are engaging, which are, as I said, informative, also entertaining at the same time, but they are really hard-hitting. They are stories which will probably make you contemplate about certain actions that you take.
Mm-hmm. A lot of crime shows have been created earlier, like Savdhan India, and there's Gumrah also again. Yeah. So how different would you think Crimes Aaj Kal would be? See,
I wouldn't want to talk about other shows as to how different we are in comparison to them. One thing I know about Crimes Aaj Kal is that, as I said, it's very informative, it's very interactive, and it's for the younger generation. It's kind of, it's very youthful in its approach, because it speaks about crimes committed by young adults and by juveniles, by the younger population of our country. And and I think, as I said, a lot of it also revolves around social media. The good and bad of social media.
True.
So, and it's very informative, very interactive, and it's on Amazon Mini TV. So, you can plug into on your Amazon shopping app, click the button on...
We can watch it for free.
You can watch it for free. It's accessible to every single person out there in the country.
Every time, whenever I used to watch such shows on TV, again at the same time, there's some sort of fear also which comes from
Absolutely.
it. And when you watch such shows, आप जब बाहर जाते हो, किसी से interact करते हो, and then you again start getting paranoid because you have watched a certain show or an episode. So do you think, what is the kind of message this show will be giving out?
I know, crime or anything unfortunate does tend to play with your psyche.
Yeah.
And whether you read it in a newspaper or whether you watch it on a show like Crimes Aaj Kal, but that is not the idea. The idea is to inform you. The idea is to probably in so many ways protect you from committing something which you might not foresee, and educate you and inform you about certain things that are happening around you. Yes, I agree to the fact that it's bound to play with your psyche, but I think it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You also need to be aware about certain things that are happening around you. You just cannot be living in your la la land and probably end up facing certain consequences because of your own actions or actions done by somebody else. So, as I said, it's an informative show. It is a show based on true incidents and absolutely unprecedented. Some of the episodes you'll be absolutely shocked to see certain things happening because they've already happened, and it's unprecedented. You really don't anticipate certain things to be happening around you. So, yeah, I mean, it is bound to probably play with your mind, but it is also, to probably inform you so that you are aware of certain things and you protect yourself in a better sense.
That's a very good way of looking at it.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Vikrant, of late, you've been part of several crime thrillers, romantic thrillers. So, has there been a newfound comfort in that genre?
I mean, they've all done well.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the way my stories involving crime have done. I hope Crimes Aaj Kal does equally well. But yes, I think I enjoy that space. As an actor, I personally feel there is so much more that you can do in a thriller. And actually, देखा जाए तो there are limited 8 or 9 genres. वही 8 या 9 genre हैं. तो so I try dividing, the choices that I make between these. So every year you probably see me doing a hardcore love story, but also at the same time in the same calendar year you will see me doing a hardcore thriller as well. But coming back to your question, I think yes, I think it's a great space. The audiences enjoy watching it. If you actually go via data and statistics, with regards to thrillers and mysteries, the audiences really enjoy watching it. Firstly, because they are on OTT, you can watch it at your own discretion.
Exactly.
And you can watch it again and again because it's there on a particular platform for you to enjoy it. You can watch it 2 times, you can watch it 3 times, and yeah, as an actor, it really gives you a lot of space to probably experiment with what you can do. Yeah.
But again, at the same time, is there also a conscious effort in making sure that you are not being typecast into doing crime shows only?
Absolutely. As I said, so far I've been lucky. I haven't been typecast yet. Despite the fact that yes, I have a Haseen Dilruba, I also have a Gaslight which just came out. I also have a Forensic which is on another platform. But the audiences haven't yet typecast me because, as I said, in one calendar year, my ambition is to come out with different genres, with different stories, and entertain you through different formats and different genres. So I think the audiences see that too, and maybe that's one of the reasons they haven't typecast me as yet.
Yeah. So, you are also one of those few actors who have balanced between web series and movies in the past few years. Is that also a conscious decision कि दोनों करना है एक साथ?
Yeah, absolutely. I started doing web series I think 8-9 years ago when a lot of people were actually not dabbling in that space. I would want to believe that I am a true blue storyteller.
Okay.
I love telling stories. I love moving people. I love interacting with people through my stories. So the mediums have never mattered to me. The format has also never mattered to me. If there's a good story, whether it is for web or whether it is for a feature film, if I very strongly feel that yes, this is a story that needs to be told, I pick it up.
Okay.
So yeah, the idea is to just go out there and tell good stories and probably inform, educate, entertain at the same time.
Despite having done a variety of roles now, you are still recognized for your work in Lutera and then Mirzapur. Do you feel trapped as an actor in those identities?
Not at all.
Okay.
I don't think so. In fact, the audiences have been really kind. I think, majority of them, as much as they appreciate my first few films like Lutera or Mirzapur, as you said, they've looked beyond that. They've also seen me grow as an actor. They've also appreciated other performances. And as I said, the audiences, I'm really lucky the audiences yet haven't bracketed me or typecast me in any way. Whether it was playing a hero ka dost in Lutera or half girlfriend. They have really enjoyed my journey, or at least I would want to believe that, because those are the kind of messages and emails I get or fan mails I get on social media. They enjoy watching most of the things I do. So I very strongly believe the audiences have been really kind towards me. And my audience is the ones who really enjoy watching me. They've not typecast me yet. Yeah, I think I've done decently well in the last 10 years.
You have. Yes. Although you've been doing a lot of OTT and movies, people still love you for your work on TV.
Thank
you.
So
are you still open to go back to TV?
Absolutely, why not? But a lot of things have changed in the last 5 years because of the advent of OTT. A lot of things have totally changed. Television is something that I owe a lot to. Whatever I have today is because of those wonderful shows that I was a part of. I really wouldn't want to take anything away from my TV days, but kind of breaks me that you really don't find interesting stuff on television anymore. I wish there are better stories being told. I wish that, you know, there is a lot more effort put in stories on television. The day I find a story suitable for me, I would definitely go back on TV and cater to my audiences.
So, you know, one last thing I wanted to know from you. As an actor who's been in this industry for over a decade now, I think it's 17, 18 years
now.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to change in this industry?
Quite a lot of things, but I think I'll come back to television. I think there are a lot of people, really very, very talented people in television. But I think there's a lot of red tapeism. There's a lot of corporate culture that's come into the world of storytelling, and that kind of restricts a lot of good, talented people to go out there and share the story they want to share. As I said, I really hope there are better stories coming out of TV serials. It's a door-to-door medium. It still remains the largest medium for entertainment for most of the people in our country, and I think we have done well in the past, and we have the right prerequisite things that one needs to tell a good story. So if there are broadcasters who are backing storytellers, you know, they should back them a little more in terms of the stories they want to say. And yeah, I wish there are better stories coming out of TV shows. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vikrant, for doing this with me. I had a great time chatting with you, and I really look forward to more such work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
really
much.
kind of you.